Our teacher taught us about a place called Africa. She say our mamas come from Queens over there. That means that we royalty.
I don't need you to love me.
Afternoon. I needs me a wife.
Even if we have to part, you and me, us have one heart.
I don't need
Get off my land!
you.
I write you every day.
To love.
Nothing but death can keep me from it.
Oh, Miss Celie.
You must ain't got no kinfolk around these parts.
All I had was my sister. She was the only one ever loved me.
I'm gonna hold my head up. I'm gonna put my shoulders back.
It's time for you to see the world.
There's gonna be some changes made.
Put it on. This ain't me. Hush. We need to look like we belong. Let's see this smile and color. Sweet and loving God.
Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to.
Now it's talking.
Hey, hi.
Dear Celie, we are more than just kings and queens. We are at the center of the universe.
Oh, yes, I am.
Baby Skin is a completely organic beauty company providing you with handmade products designed for cleaning your skin and keeping it healthy and smooth. Makeup doesn't matter if it is placed on unhealthy skin. Baby Skin uses only natural ingredients, taking care not to expose you to unnecessary chemicals and preservatives. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the movie Buffer. Tonight we're going to be discussing The Color Purple 2023 version. This is a review, and I have an unpopular opinion. It's not that bad. Maybe even pretty good. Yeah, I said it. I thought it was really good. Okay, let's get into it. The Color Purple is a 2023 American coming-of-age musical period drama. Film directed by Blitz Bazawule, Marcus Gardley's screenplay is based on the stage musical of the same name, which in turn is based on the 1982 novel of the same name by Alice Walker. It is the second film adaptation of the novel, following the 1985 film directed by Steven Spielberg and produced by Spielberg and Quincy Jones. Spielberg and Jones return as producers for this 2023 film, along with its Broadway producers Scott Sanders and Oprah Winfrey, the latter of whom also starred in the 1985 film. The film stars Taraji P. Henson, Danielle Brooks, Colman Domingo, Corey Hawkins, Gabriella Wilson, or Halle Bailey, Gossett Jr, Phylicia Pearl Mpasi, Ciara, Jon Batiste, Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor, and Fantasia Barrino in her film debut. Brooks and Barrino reprised their roles from the producers of the stage musical, so Fantasia was, of course, part of this Broadway show. It tells the story of Celie, an African-American woman living in the American South during the early 1900s. In November of 2018, it was reported that a film adaptation of the musical was in development at Warner Brothers and Amblin Entertainment, the same companies that made the 1985 film adaptation of the novel, with Steven Spielberg, Quincy Jones, Scott Anders, and Oprah Winfrey all signed on to produce. After Oprah and the producers saw his work on The Burial of Kojo, saying that they, quote, were all blown away by Blitz's unique vision as a director and look forward to seeing how he brings the next evolution of this beloved story to life, end quotes from Oprah. It was also announced that Alice Walker, along with others, would executive produce the film. So everybody is involved in this, from the 1982 film, everybody there, all wanted this, all put this together, even Alice Walker signing off on it, being a part of the production. So this is not some fly in the pan kind of stuff where Oprah said, I'm just going to redo this and just do something new. No, everybody's involved, okay? Now, the soundtrack, musicians and singers were revealed to be executive produced by Quincy Jones, Larry Jackson, and Scott Sanders via Warner Brothers Records. The soundtrack features songs by Alicia Keys, Usher, Mary J. Blige, Megan Thee Stallion, Jennifer Hudson. Compositions from the Broadway production will be included, such as She Be Mine and Suge Avery Coming to Town, along with new original music for the film. I thought the songs were beautifully done, just beautiful. So kudos to them, and I hope they win some Grammys on this, because this was, or even an Oscar, if nothing else, for the music itself. Just, to me, in my opinion, just amazing. But we got some great people working on it. On to my review. Well, it's a musical. Okay? It's a freaking musical. It starts out with a song and then mixing. There's another big song and performance with dancing and all that. The costumes look really good, and it's a very, very well produced set design. Just gorgeous. They should win some Oscars for the set design and definitely for the costumes, because it was really gorgeous. It was a beautiful film to watch as far as I was concerned. Okay. Whoopi Goldberg shows up in one of the first scenes as the midwife who assists in the birth of Celie's baby. Very interesting, and I loved the whole little cameo of Whoopi. That was really kind of cool. Now, regarding how this movie has been received, I'm going to have to blame this on Oprah or their marketing team, or both. But I'm not sure why Oprah wanted to keep this a secret, that it was an actual musical, as opposed to just saying it to everybody. But what she did is she said, oh, this is a different take on the movie, instead of just saying, this is a musical. So everybody went to the theaters thinking, oh, this is going to be maybe a newer version, you know, maybe modernized or something, but it's still going to be a drama, you know, regular drama movie. So when people got to the movies or started watching the movie, they realized, wait, well, why are they singing? Why, what is happening right now? And it's because it's a musical. And I don't think they did not promote it as a musical, you know, they promoted it as just a movie. So people were shocked. And I think this is where all the, you know, backlash came in. But I will have to say the cinematography is very good. This, like I said, the set design, very just spot on, excellent. The performances are very good as well. I mean, very entertaining. Just, you know, it's a theatrical kind of production of a musical. What you expect to see in a musical was lots of dancers and lots of songs that kind of tell the story and move the story along. Just perfect. Now, you do not have to know the story of The Color Purple in order to enjoy this as a musical. However, it would, of course, really help you with any, you know, to know what's happening, what's going on, where are we at in the storyline and everything. But I think you could enjoy it even without really knowing about that. Maybe after you saw the musical, you may want to go back and watch the movie, the Spielberg movie, and get more, you know, in depth. Or, hey, maybe you want to actually read the book. The book is amazing. It's great. It's really two stories in one, and it's excellent reading. Please check it out. But the best part of the book is that the book has, like I said, two stories. It has the regular story of Celie, and then it has the story of Nettie's letters when she goes to Africa, which is like a completely new novel inside of a novel. So that was just an amazing, you know, gift as a reader. All right, let's talk about the homosexuality. The homosexuality and bisexuality of Celie and Shug Avery was played up a little more, and she being a woman in entertainment, a free spirit, it made sense that she is open to all types of relationships. And now in the book, Alice Walker played her more as a sister and best friend, but also wanted to show what it felt like to have a romantic love, since Celie has never really had that kind of romantic love. And they did that also in the movie The Color Purple, but they played it down a little bit, of course, and just did one little scene in the movie, and the rest was kind of hinted towards. But in this musical, they kind of made it more obvious of what was actually happening, of Celie really falling in love with Shug, but also being best friends and sisters. So I like the way they did that. I think now in today's age now, you can do that and be okay. Back in 82, no, probably not. But even in the book, it was hinted at, and they did talk about it, and they did, a scene and things like that in the book. But even when I read the book, I didn't feel that Celie was really totally in love with her in that romantic way. But in this musical, they kind of played it up where you could see that, no, she was in love with her, or definitely infatuated with her on a romantic level. They also made Mr. a musician, and I can't remember if that was in the book or not. It may have been, but in this movie or musical, they did play it up where he sat on his porch and played his banjo, which makes sense because that's how he would have met Shug, being in maybe one of her, or at least around the scene when she was coming up, and how they met, or maybe even playing in a band with her. But of course he didn't continue. But I really did like that, them adding that in there. I can't remember if it was in the novel or not. I don't remember that in the actual Color Purple movie. They showed him sitting on the porch a lot, but they didn't show him playing an instrument. He was just sitting there smoking his pipe or something. The fact that he was playing the banjo and he was musical made so much sense. You kind of get a feeling for Mr. as a man who, of course, we know that he was guided by his father and kind of ruled over, and I'm sure his father didn't want him to be some lowly musician and wanted him to continue on running the land and household and all that kind of stuff. So the sadness that came with Mr. was that he did not get to fulfill his life as a musician and didn't get to be with her on a continuous basis, and just kind of like he missed out on who he could have been, kind of a thing. So that was interesting, and I'm so glad they put that in because I thought that was a very good touch. Also in this musical, it was lovely seeing Lou Gossett Jr. I love it when these actors, iconic actors, who have been in the business for decades, still in their elderly age, able to still act and still be a part of the industry. So that touched my heart. And Lou Gossett Jr. is just an amazing actor. I just love that he was in it. Now, Shug Avery, I felt, was the perfect character role for Taraji P. Henson. Taraji has such an amazing talent all the way back to Baby Boy. Oh man, she is just a fantastic actress with an amazing talent. She's beautiful and just amazing. And yes, that's my favorite word, amazing. But this character was perfect for her, and she played it so well. She really was able to show her talent in this movie, as she does in everything that she has worked on. I mean, she has such a range of acting ability. And I agree, we know about what Taraji, or the little controversy regarding Taraji feeling that she always has to start over as a black actress.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired.
And like none of her work is carried with her as a resume, It's like she's coming in as some actress for the first time, like no one knows who you are, and I get that, and it is very disheartening, but that is the way of the world. It's not just entertainment, it is across the board. A lot of times blacks get paid less, substantially less, and they do not get promoted as often or as frequently as someone who is not black. Okay, so I felt for her when she was talking about that, but I think she is right up there with the range and everything of someone like a Meryl Streep. And if you have really, and of course, like most people, I love Meryl Streep, and I've followed her, all of her movies, but if you watch her movies, Meryl can play any character, and she really absorbs that character and becomes that. And I think that's the same thing to a different degree for Taraji. She's really good at encompassing different types of characters. She doesn't play the same character over and over and over again. You can see her personality inside of sometimes a lot of these characters, but she can play different characters. She's just fantastic. She's just fabulous. So just go back and look at her performance resume at her. So you have to give her kudos for that. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Now the next I want to bring up is Fantasia. Fantasia's voice is iconic, and I really hope she decides to put out an album showcasing her voice. I felt that they didn't showcase Fantasia's voice when she was singing the different songs she was singing. I hated that. I mean, we should have had an American Idol moment in at least one or two of those songs, because she has that range. She could have did it without any issue, but they didn't. I mean, I don't know if it was a direction where they said, no, keep it down, don't, do the whole wide range or whatever of singing, which was unfortunate because she has such an amazing voice. Her voice is unique, like an Aretha Franklin or Patti LaBelle. I still enjoyed hearing her in this movie, in this musical. So I hope she takes this opportunity to get back into the studio and start cranking out some albums. Now, the songs in this movie, they are original and they are so beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. So to say that this is not a good movie, to me, is insane. But then again, it's not a movie, it's a musical. So enjoy it for what it actually is. Now, if they ever wanted to do another story of The Color Purple, they should call it Color Purple Nettie's Letters and do the whole story about her experience in Africa and coming home. That would be a great spin-off type of movie. The acting overall, the acting was superb and fantastic. I thought it was. Okay, I really thought all of these actors in here did excellent job. However, when you compare it to the movie, which is really not comparable because it's not a dramatic movie, you don't get the complete dramatic feeling and emotion of acting in some scenes because the way it was broken up by the music, or so it's just a little different. So I think people are comparing this musical to the actual movie, and again, I blame Oprah. When I did sit down and I watched it, I was moved by it. I did cry in some parts. I did. I got emotional. So I thought it was a very, very well done musical of The Color Purple. So, what did you think? Did you watch The Color Purple 2023 musical? Were you turned off by the reviews that people were coming out with? I recommend you watch it if you haven't. Even if you don't really like musicals, I know some people are just turned off by musicals, period. They just, don't like musicals. But the music is so beautiful and it really moves the story along. I highly recommend this. I was so pleasantly surprised because I was kind of believing the hype that it sucked. So let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, or if you thought, not good. Please leave your comments. I want to hear your thoughts about this. What did you think of all of this? And of course, make sure to share this review. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay with me as we review other movies as we go through and go back and look at some of the other movies that I've reviewed. I like to review movies that are hidden gems, movies that not always are being reviewed much, or you may not have even seen the movie. It's such a hidden gem. So I enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, peace, 2 fingers.